How to never let anyone control your peace. Have you ever felt your entire mood ruined by just one person's comment? Have you ever spent hours replaying someone's insult in your head, wishing you had reacted differently? If yes, then this story might feel painfully familiar. And maybe, just maybe, it will change something inside you today. In a quiet mountain village, where the wind hummed through the pine trees and the mornings smelled of fresh soil, lived a man named Samir. Samir was strong, hard-working, and respected. But there was one thing everyone knew about him. His anger controlled him. If his wife forgot to warm his tea, he raised his voice. If a goat wandered into his field, he scolded the owner like a judge passing a sentence. If children played near his house, he yelled until they ran away in fear. Samir believed, truly believed, that people around him were the problem. "Why can't they behave properly?" he often muttered. "Why must I tolerate fools?" His wife, Zoya, would speak softly. "Samir, why do you let every small thing disturb you?" But Samir always had the same answer. "If they disrespect me, I will not stay silent." He never realized he was handing the keys to his peace to every single person around him. One morning, a traveler entered the village, a calm elderly sage dressed in simple clothes. He walked with a wooden staff and eyes that looked as if they had seen the world and understood it. He settled under an old peepal tree. People whispered, "He doesn't talk much, but whatever he says feels like medicine." Zoya heard about him and pleaded, "Samir, please meet him once. Maybe his words will help you." Samir scoffed. "What can some wandering old man teach me about my life?" But fate has its own way of pushing us where we need to go. The very next day, while working in his fields, a neighbor's young daughter accidentally dropped a bucket on his tools. The sound echoed, and Samir exploded. He shouted so fiercely that even the birds fled from the trees. The little girl burst into tears and ran home. When Samir finally calmed down, he felt an emptiness in his chest. His throat hurt. His head pounded. His anger didn't solve the problem. It only made him feel worse. That night, sleep refused to come. Before dawn broke, he found himself walking toward the peepal tree, almost as if his feet were being guided by something unseen. The sage sat peacefully, eyes closed, listening to the early morning birds. Samir hesitated, then whispered, I need help. Something inside me is burning me alive." The sage opened his eyes, smiled softly, and said, "Sit. Tell me what troubles your heart." Samir confessed, "I get angry at everything. People annoy me, disrespect me, push me. I can't stay calm." The sage asked gently, "When someone makes you angry, how long does the anger remain?" Samir sighed. "Sometimes for minutes, sometimes for the whole day." "And after it leaves you, how do you feel?" "Tired, guilty, empty." The sage nodded. "That is because anger punishes the one who carries it, not the one who triggers it." He picked up a bowl of water and held it up. "This water is clear, but if I shake it," he shook it vigorously, "you can no longer see through it." He looked at Samir. When your mind shakes, you cannot see truth, peace, or solutions. Samir's eyes lowered. So, what should I do? Stay silent when people treat me badly? The sage chuckled softly. No, you should learn the difference between reacting and responding. The next day, the sage asked Samir to bring a pot of water and some ash. Samir obeyed. Now heat the water, the sage said. As the water started boiling, the sage asked, Can you touch it now? Of course not, Samir exclaimed. It will burn me. The sage smiled. That is your mind when emotions boil. You cannot touch peace when your mind is burning. He dropped a pinch of ash into the boiling water. It turned dark and cloudy. This, he said, is how your mind becomes when you react instantly. He poured the water into a bowl. Over time, the ash settled at the bottom and the water became clear again. The sage pointed. This is what happens when you wait, breathe, and choose not to react. Your mind settles and clarity returns. Samir stared at the bowl for a long time. For the first time in his life, something touched him deeper than words. For the next week, Samir tried practicing calmness. When a shopkeeper gave him less change, he breathed slowly. When a neighbor complained about him, he chose silence. When a stray cow entered his farm, he guided it away without raising his voice. Some days he succeeded, some days he failed, but every day he felt a little lighter inside. One afternoon at the market, a merchant tried to cheat him. Samir felt anger rising, but he remembered the sage's words. Step aside. Do not catch the dirt. Instead of shouting, he simply said, I'll buy from someone honest, and walked away. For the first time, the silence felt more powerful than shouting. But life always tests those who try to change. One morning, a group of young men mocked him loudly. Look, the angry bull has become a quiet goat, they laughed. Old Samir would have boiled over instantly. His fists tightened, his jaw clenched. He felt the storm rising inside. But then, the sage's voice echoed in his mind. When you react, you hand your power to the other person. So Samir did something unexpected. He smiled. Yes, he said calmly, I used to burn from the inside. Now I'm learning something better. The men fell silent. They didn't know how to fight with someone who didn't fight back. Samir walked away feeling something new. Victory without battle. Weeks passed. Samir's wife noticed the difference first. He no longer got irritated over small things. He laughed more. He listened more. He slept peacefully. The villagers noticed too. Soon, people began coming to him for advice. And Samir shared the same line the sage had once told him. Peace is something you build inside, not something the world gives you. One young boy once asked him, Uncle Samir, don't people still try to make you angry? Samir smiled. They try, but I don't react. When someone offers poison, you don't have to drink it. He looked at the mountains glowing in the evening sun and whispered, When I stopped reacting, I finally started living. You cannot stop people from insulting you. You cannot stop problems from arriving. You cannot stop the noise of the world. But you can stop giving your power away. Every time you react in anger, you lose a piece of your peace. Every time you choose calmness, you grow stronger inside. So the next time someone tries to disturb your peace, pause, breathe, and whisper softly, "I won't catch the dirt." Because real strength is not shouting louder, it is staying calm when the world tries to shake you.
If you feel the story should reach more people, please like and share the video. Do not forget to subscribe my channel for more interesting stories.